push me to the bottom of the sea and I drown, cause I can't swim. I need the light to see and I can't breathe. My lungs is filled with water. It's chaos and out of order. Human specimen is running for the border. Where's my recorder? Tapestry of life is kinda confusing sorta. As time goes by, this life is getting shorter. They say we the same, but our fingerprints are different. Now they're creating spaceships and want life extension to exist in dimensions. I call out the names, but there's too many to mention.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder, aka Mr. Wonderful, from the Crypto Wonder podcast. Let's get right into it. Yep. So this is part of why miscreants, cretins, subhuman creatures right, have to be addressed, right? Continuously. They just have to be addressed, right? And by now, if you don't know, then I don't know what to tell you. Because, like my friend said, I'm going to hit them with the holy water. I'll tell you, boy. I'll tell you. And, this wasn't even, like, the purpose. Like, I was just... boom. Oh, you're going to call me X, Y, and Z? Well, here you go. Take that. Take that. Take that. If it's your funny style like P. Diddy, take that, take that. You heard? Take this dose of reality, multiple doses of reality, of truth. Immutable made you transparent, made you and an entire community question yourselves. Okay? Listen, I didn't wake up one day thinking, hey, listen, a scammer is gonna call me a scammer, so I'm about to go do what I have to do to protect and defend myself and my name and my squeaky clean reputation. Nah. Was minding my business. And this happens to people who mind their business. This is the stuff that happens to people who mind their business, who try to do the right thing, right? At some point, you have some bored creatures who hide, scared, they're cowards. All that they're meant to do is to disturb the earth. They're earth disturbers. Shout out to my godson who created and coined that term. That's what these people do. That's what they are. They stir up shit. That's what they do. Troublemakers, instigators. That's what they do. And what's even more telling, you know how I used to say things that are so telling? What's even more telling is you don't hear a peep. A mosquito pissing on cotton sounds louder than what's coming from this other side right here, right? A mosquito pissing on cotton sounds louder than what they're doing. They're quiet. Why do you think that is? Why? Why do you think that is? Yo, listen, man. This is why folks don't know who they listen. You don't know who's out here. You really don't know who you're dealing with. That's why you always have to make sure that you're conscious of whatever you're doing. Make sure you're conscious. Because if you act like them and do things haphazardly, reckless and messy, oh, well, like they say, whatever you put forth, you'll also receive. Whatever energy you put forth, you'll also receive. So that's that. That's that. I put forth the truth and I'm receiving the truth. And those who are watching, who are scared to speak, but who are watching, are receiving the truth. They're seeing what's going on. Even the spectators, right? They see, right? What could clowns tell me? All they could do is create more fictitious lies in their head because they have nothing else better to do. That's all they can do. It's just lies. There's a difference between what you can conjure up in your head, create, right? What you can fantasize, right? And then you have the truth. What you can confirm successfully, what you can verify successfully, what you can validate successfully, right? Right? On multiple fronts, on multiple levels, multiple. It is what it is. It is what it is. And the people, it's one thing when you try to lead people to some type of, you try to lead people to a point where they can receive, blessings, right? You try to lead people to a point where all things will resolve, right? And fail miserably at it. Fail miserably at it. Not only did you fail, have you failed and are failing, continually failing. The tides have turned, but still waters run deep. Clown. Or ill you have been, you all, and I say this over and over again proudly, because when you try to take away from greatness, the one who suffers indelible scars is not me. It's not me. It's the perpetrators who become vilified. Whatever mission that they had. Look what's going on. Look what's taking place. Look. What's happening to the mission? What's happening? There is no mission. There is no mission. You've been following a false savior, a false prophet, a false hero. This is a learning lesson for you all who believed in a false hero. Should be ashamed of yourselves. Should be deeply, profoundly humiliated and ashamed of yourselves for allowing the likes of these lowly individuals to influence you, to persuade you, to manipulate you into believing that they had your best interests in mind, that they had your best interests at heart. This is 2021. We're living in 2021. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. The proof is not only can not only be seen in the words, the proof can be verified through the actions. Or lack thereof. It's a reality. These are facts. These are facts. That's why it's important to never forget harsh lessons that should be singed in the back of our subconscious, the deepest recesses of our subconscious, so that when you're faced with the likes of these lowly creatures, you remember what Mr. Wonderful, the Crypto Wonder, said. About how to deal with such adversity. Like I said, I always find time. If this is a teaching moment, we're gonna learn. Let's have class. Let's understand what's really going on here. Let's talk about it. Life is a laboratory, right? Laboratory full of exercises, experiments, and lessons, and findings, and results, and awareness, and just research, and everything you can aspire to explore, to discover, to question. That's what this has shown. That's what this has done. Because the person is still hiding. Cannot be direct. It's not in his nature. It's not in his nature. But thinks it's okay. Thinks it's okay to make false accusations against others. And then when truthful facts are pointed directly at his temple, it's quiet. These are lessons of life, people. These are lessons of life. Take it from Mr. Wonderful. Take it from me. Take it from me. Learn about this. Speak about it. Share the information. Share the knowledge. Share it. This is how we fight. This is how we fight. And this is how we protest against petty scammers and thieves. Because that's all they are. Low scum of the earth. That's all they are. Told you, the man is used. He's a human prophylactic that men bust off in. Then they toss him away and flush him. That's what he is. That's what he is. And he tried to prop himself up to seem like he was greater than you all who he considered his sheep. This human prophylactic thought he was your shepherd and considered you all his sheep. He thought as a shepherd, as a good shepherd, he was going to lead you to greener pastures where you can reclaim and recover from alleged misfortune. And what happened? The good shepherd couldn't patronize a client who hired him for a service. The good shepherd could not honor his obligations. So the good shepherd decided to continue on his fraudulent, irresponsible, and reckless tirade to go after another man falsely accused with allegations left and right. But people still don't really believe. People really don't have faith. They have faith in a good shepherd, the good fraudulent shepherd. That's who they believe in because their hearts and minds are weak. The good shepherd relied on their hope. The good shepherd was pulling on their strings of desperation, and declared that the good shepherd knew what he had to do to help these people who were allegedly victimized. That's what the good shepherd did. The good shepherd had people believe in him. The good shepherd had even parents believe in him. Not just individuals, but people who have children believe in the good shepherd. Are you kidding me, folks? No, I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. And it didn't matter to what lengths the good shepherd had to go. His dominion believed in him. The sheep believed in the shepherd. Even to this day, there are people who will always be misled, misguided, and misrepresented by folks like the Good Shepherd here. But again, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink. Everything could be laid out in front of you to identify the specific details and activities of the Good Shepherd. What are you going to do? Turn a blind eye? Of course. Because that's what you all have done. You've turned a blind eye because the Good Shepherd has your best interests in his heart and his mind. Okay. He calls you a sheep. He thinks you don't have any mind, any ability to think critically for yourself. He thinks that You're not strong enough. You're not strong enough to do what he can do. Meanwhile, he's influenced you to do something he couldn't do. Because you were clouded by desperation, animosity. You allowed the Good Shepherd to fill your head up with lies, falsehood, illusions, hope, false hope. All I can say to you all is, the sun will shine. Nothing is permanent. There's always a chance. There's always an opportunity to evolve and change. There's always an opportunity to change your reality by thinking differently. All it takes is a thought. Couple that with a change of heart. Couple that with actions that follows your mind and your heart to support what your mind and your heart believes, then you'll be well on your way to freeing yourselves from the bondage, from the psychological shackles, the mental shackles that you've been under for so long, that you've allowed yourself, you've allowed yourself to completely submit under the will of the Good Shepherd. Because he calls you sheep.